So I keep hearing about this Virginia bill and how, women will be inconvenienced from to having an abortion because of a sonogram beforehand. Ooh, so they'll have a little pseudoscientific monitor run across their stomach to see the baby growing inside them and try to shame them into not having an abortion. If this is the worst legislation that can come out of America against women's rights, NARO has nothing to worry about, Planned Parenthood has nothing to worry about, and I am not here to discuss whether or not abortion should be legal. I am here to say that the pro-choice should spread its wings a little and migrate to other issues. I would love to take a few of those 100 militant pro-choice people off your hands and use them against the video game industry. Because I have noticed that the pro-choice position leaves no room for discussion whatsoever. Under no circumstance are you allowed to regulate abortion whatsoever. You can regulate fucking gun ownership in this country more than abortion. Gun ownership, which is in the Constitution. It is number 2 on the Bill of Rights, right next to freedom of speech, which we also don't have a whole lot of, i.e. the internet, where you get banned everywhere. But my point is that something that is actually in the Bill of Rights gets more regulated than fucking abortion. Where is the logistics in that? Now, like I said, I'm not here to lecture you about abortion. What I'm here to lecture you about is, why can't we get this irate about other things? Why can't we be as the pro-choice are about their abortion issue with other subject matters that are important to us? People mock me for my video game position of wanting to abolish Valve and BioWare and Steam and everything else. But yet, meanwhile, women can get all their pussies in a knot over fucking abortion because they have to get a $5 sonogram beforehand. Are you kidding me? You know? You will never in this country see an actual anti-abortion legislation. There will always be these petty little things where, you have to get a parent's agreement if you're underage. Ugh. You needed a parent's agreement anyway to take some fucking Tylenol at school. Or, you may have to get a 2-day waiting period to make sure this is what you really want. Ooh, sometimes you have to wait 2 months to get a fucking gun. And, you may have to pay a little more in taxes. Ooh, you have to pay $5 in taxes for a pack of cigarettes. Don't fucking tell me about regulations. And, that's what pisses me off. It's not the issue itself. It's how, they can be so militant and so ingrained in it. They are so dedicated that under no circumstance can we do anything to regulate this fucking thing. And it's not like we're talking about a simple matter here. Even the pro-choice say, it's a complicated issue. Well, if it's so complicated, then it would stand to reason it's something to regulate. Do I really trust your typical slack-jawed yokel deciding life and death for their own child? No. We have child services for a reason. Most people aren't fit to be a parent. Why are you going to entrust them with the ability to kill their child if you don't trust them parenting their child? That doesn't make any sense. Half of the time their argument is, if they're going to be bad parents anyway, let them kill their child. How did we get from point A to point D? But like I said, it isn't about the abortion issue. It's about the people issue. It's about how the people act, how the people believe, how the people go about that belief. And why can't we be as the pro-choice on our own issues? You will never see the pro-life as militant and as vibrant as the pro-choice. That's why they fail every single time. Because they're weak. Because they're pathetic. Because they're so, indoctrinated with the religious bullcrap that they gotta sit on their hands and wait for God to do everything for them, that they're never going to get up off their fat asses and actually do something about it. And that's why I don't want their help on anything. I don't want to be associated with those people. It isn't because that they're anti-choice. It isn't because they're anti-women. It is because they are weak, docile, and stupid. And they are fucking useless. That's why I want nothing to do with the Christian right. But, I'm getting ahead of myself here. What I am saying here is, I wish that the pro-choice could take that mentality and apply it to video games. And then we wouldn't have DLC. And then we wouldn't have Steam. And we wouldn't get screwed out of our money. And then I could actually, pursue my dreams and become an artist and make good video games for you. You're a stupid ass who doesn't deserve it. And then everything would be better, I know it's not the biggest issue in the world. It isn't going to make the world miraculously superior, but it's something. It's something small. It's something I can work with. It's something I can visualize, and that's the way to go about it. That's how the pro-choice have done it. They have gone about the abortion issue because it's something they can work with. It's one thing, and it's one thing that the government isn't going to argue with them about because they don't want a bunch of people running around anyway. Do you really think the government wants more than 300 million people just scattered all around like feral cats? No. They want a very complacent society, and basically they want to tag you like fucking cattle because that's easier to control. That's easier to calculate how they're going to react to things. The big corporations want it. The state wants it. Your typical fascist dog wants it. They all want population control for that reason. Emphasis on control. And the idea of a bunch of naked babies running around from white trash and ghetto people, it boggles their mind. It scares the fuck out of them. That's why they don't want people having kids. That's why they support abortion. That's why they want to make birth control even more accessible to people, because they are scared of a revolution by sheer numbers and sheer chaos. And if you're a communist, you should support the pro-life position on the sheer basis of we need that chaos. We need that uncertainty. And we need all those people running around. We need those abused kids. We need those crack babies. We need those welfare queens, because that is the way to collapse the system. And, I'm not even talking about that. I am saying to you, the pro-choice, take your mentality and do it with something else. Do it with some other issue. That way, more shit can get done. Because you know what? Abortion is done with. Women have had abortion in this country forever. There has never been a point in American history where abortion was illegal. It has only been severely regulated, and since then, it has become less and less regulated, to the point of you can basically walk into an abortion clinic, say, get this fucking beast out of me, and they will just get a vacuum cleaner and suck it right out. No questions asked, no attachments, you don't even have to sign anything. So what the fuck are you fighting for? What are you still pissed off about? Get pissed off about something else. That's all I have to say.